What's up, guys? Cam here, showing off my new haircut. Definitely not gonna wear it like this, but figured we just have some fun. I wanted to make a note here. I'm gonna be making my next video about macros, and I really wanted to make it this video, but I figured I should crowdsource your guys' macros because there are so many interesting ones, and I feel like it would be a disservice if I didn't get information from you guys to make a better video. So please go ahead and leave your macros coolest, best, most interesting in the comments below. I also just hit 550 subscribers and became a YouTube partner, so that's all really great news. If you want to support the channel with a membership, you can, or a tip. Nothing's ever required. I think right now the membership is like $3 and it basically doesn't get you anything, so you can probably just think of it as a Patreon if you're interested in that. Again, no big deal, but I'll put that in the description for anyone who is interested. Now let's go ahead and talk about this video. Let's go ahead and talk about the actual news now. Some super exciting news. They're actually going to be increasing the buff from Discover's Delight up to 100%. And the bigger news is that it's going to go all the way up to level 39, basically, level 40. So this is just incredible for anyone who has alt sitting at 25 or 27 that they started on and they just didn't want to level through SM again. This puts me in that category. I have one level 40, but I've got every class at level 25, 26, 27. So if you haven't leveled your alts, wait a week. March 5th, that's your time. This is an amazing change. Wish they had done it sooner, but really glad to see it come through. Now we have also mount cost is reduced at level 40 by about half. Awesome news. They're saying no changes at 60. I bet they'll change it. Based on their track record, they seem to realize this is a seasonal server. Initially, they seemed more hardcore about it, and they've just let things slide and make them easier. Look at the supply crates, for example. So that's all great. And then they also increased base gold reward for quests 1 to 39. Now, this isn't going to increase your amount gained at level 40 when you're doing these quests, but it'll give you a little bit incremental gold. So that's super helpful for them as well. Now, they talked a bit about raid sizes. First off, they announced that the raid at level 50 will be a 20-man experience. Now, I think we're still technically inclined to believe that that's going to be some kind of Scarlet Monastery raid, but maybe we'll get something like Sunken Temple, or unlikely, but BRD would be super sick as well. They also announced that Molten Core would be a 20-man raid experience, which is very interesting. I am totally for 20-man raids. I think that's great. I didn't do very many 40-man raids in Classic. I have a 60 Rogue, and I also have a few hardcore 60s. So I did a little bit of raiding, but I didn't go deep in it. I mostly, started in TBC and played for a while after that. So anyway, I don't have a ton of experience. I'm super excited to see these in a different environment. I wonder how much they're going to change or if they're going to keep it relatively the same, but interesting that they're talking about that. They also discuss a little bit further about why 40 man is a bit too much, right? And they talk about how they could scale back other 40 man raids to 20 man. And I'm curious your guys' thoughts. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that they really want 40 man raids, and I also see a lot of people say that, well, the only people that want that are the people that aren't the guild leader or the one forming the group. And that's completely understandable. So what are your guys' thoughts on having your normal WoW Classic raids that are 40 men converted into 20 men? Would that be something you're interested in or not? Let me know. The last part here is talking about the itemization changes. Now, they really don't give a lot of details here, so I don't want to speculate too much, but they do say that they have ideas and playstyles for traditional off specs, which is good to see. This is Season of Discovery after all. We want to be exploring those specs that were maybe a little bit ignored in vanilla. And then they also talk about adjusting the difficulty of some raids along with their loot. Now, they give a specific example about ZG being more difficult with maybe some better loot, but they don't say a ton here. And again, I don't really want to speculate a ton. They do mention, they say something like, ideally, if your guild wants to strictly stick to a smaller raid team of 20 people, the rewards are compelling enough that you don't feel behind a group of 40. So what that entirely means is a bit up to speculation, but it seems like similar to what they would do for like a normal and a heroic version, maybe, right? A 20 man and a 40 man. That's definitely been experimented with them before. But anyway, that's all I want to cover in the video. Remember to link your macros, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all that fun stuff. But that's it for me now. I'll see you on the next one. Cam out.